So welcome back, friends. It's been long pending thing which I wanted to kind of share. Okay, and we have been kind of going through multiple requests which is coming for the understanding the charts, how the charts has to be read. Whatever I'm sharing it with you, what support and resistance levels. How do we understand those things? Okay. So firstly, basic thing you will have to go through and understand the chart patterns. Basics of the triangle patterns, or the candlestick patterns and all those things. Okay, to better use these charts. However, I'll show you what is my logic. Okay, behind each and every charts which I prepare, what are the things which I consider, and what are the things which we need to interpret from the charts. Okay, now if you see this Reliance chart, okay, plain and simple chart. Okay, no indicators except the RSI, which I generally use it for the confirmation on the breakouts, as well as the divergences and other things. Okay, but if you look at it, the very simple chart on the 1 month. Okay, now I always keep on saying that always do these things, like do a multi time frame analysis. Okay, and which is very critical if you want to make money. People go with 3 minute chart, 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, and all the 15-minute charts on a daily basis, and certain levels they get trapped. Okay, so generally 15-minute charts and 5 minutes, 1 minute chart will give you lots of times. It will show you that it is a breakout, and it is moving out of that range and all those things. It is not that I'm not saying that it does not work at all, but yes, certain levels which we need to kind of learn and understand. That is where it is very critical. Now if you look at it, multi time frame analysis, which will also help you to take certain swing trades and other things, right? So we know what is the bigger uh, uh, you know bigger breakouts, or what could be the one kind of rally which we can take it. Where are the supports, major supports and resistances? Okay, and those levels, if we take the trade. Okay, generally people trade on breakouts and other things, but certain times what happens is, at the support and resistance, if we take certain positions, our risk rewards are very small. Okay, so that is what we need to kind of and it works much better as compared to the breakouts, because breakouts certain times it gets it's like a false breakouts it is giving, but support and resistances, it always works in a fantastic manner. Okay, so now let's just go back to the basic chart of 1 month. Okay, now what are the things which you are seeing? Okay, so what I will do is I'll remove all these levels. Okay, now we have a plain simple chart, we don't have anything here. Okay, and we will just see how Reliance has fared in last few years, probably. Okay, from 1997, from the time the stock was listed, from there how it is moved. Okay, now what I will do is I'll just mark these levels. Okay, now these are we will mark this as a red levels. Okay, so that we know what are these levels, and probably we'll just make it little darker. Okay, little. Now if you read these charts, okay, you will learn how these charts levels are actually getting respected. Okay, now if you remember, we had a biggest fall in last year March. Okay, and Reliance had corrected from those levels, and it has reversed. Okay, now look at this. Okay, now it's a simple logic. Okay, I'm not getting into the other volumes and other things as of now, but we will just go to the basics of the charts. Okay, now read this chart. Okay, if you see, Reliance was trending in a range. Okay, now here we had one swing high which was there. Okay, and if you look at these particular levels, this was somewhere around the support which was built up. Okay, now if at all I would have told you, okay, now this is the level. Okay, this is the level which is what was a major resistance for Reliance. Okay, and this is where it has reversed, and earlier time, if you would have seen here, there was a support. Okay, so exactly the support level it has reversed. Okay, now when in 1 month, if this kind of candle is formed, okay, we know next month I can have a good rally. Okay, so next 2 3 months I can basically from the support I can hold this particular Reliance in a cash or whatever future. Okay, and I can have a better rally. Now we had immediately at this level, if you see, okay, this level, if you would have seen this consolidation period and then the breakout. Okay, so this is telling me that there was a resistance at this area. Okay, now when Reliance has gone up till this level, okay, now in this range when the consolidation was happening and we have taken a breakout trade or whatever it is, okay, and it has slowly moved. Okay, if at all I would have taken a cash position, I would have got this particular level. Okay, now this level, if you see the kind of dojis and hammers getting formed. Okay, and then this become a resistance. Okay, then it reversed and it came back and tested the same support area. Okay, now at this support area, if I'm getting hammer kind of formation or a doji kind of formation, I know, okay, Reliance has a positive thing from here. Okay, so next month onwards Reliance will be in my radar. Okay, for the breakout trades or whatever it is. But where will I take a breakout? Now every breakout, whatever I generally use, the basics of the candlesticks, I generally want to take a trade when this particular candle is broken. Now next month, if you see, this candle is not broken. Okay, right? Again next month, this is not broken. Okay, so the high of this candle is not broken. So whenever this candle is this candle high or low is broken, I would have taken a trade. Now here you see absolutely good trade, we would have got it. Okay, and then if you would have continued with this trend, it would have continued with this level, right? So ideally my target would have been this, but however it has not reached to this level in the next few months, and it has reversed. Okay, now it has reversed, but if at all I would have been in a cash position, if at all I'm an investor, okay, from investor point of view, this is 1 month charts are actually useful. Okay, now I will tell you why we are using 1 month chart here. Okay, so basically I would have had certain stocks in my radar in the next month where I'm seeing some kind of breakout coming in, and those stocks I would have had a watch list. Okay, so that is what I generally do. I have my watch list where I would be able to trade. Okay, where monthly breakouts I'm getting it, and then I can trade this particular thing. But definitely here it would have given us a good money if at all we are intraday or a swing traders. Okay, and if you see then Reliance, this was a consolidation phase again, right? And if you see this level somewhere, okay, this level was important level for us, right? So if you see, every time Reliance has come to this level, it has reversed. Okay, and look at this now in this, if we form a trend line or something. Okay, so we would see how Reliance was faring. Okay, now this is monthly chart case. Okay, so the past experience, whatever past data which is there, it is showing us this kind of thing. Okay, now in this particular thing, if you would have seen that the consolidation and all other things. Okay, if you see, this is playing in the range only, it is not going. And what it has done, it has basically taken this particular levels. Okay, and it is not breaking this trend line, whatever trend line it is formed here. Okay, and it is not breaking the trend line. Every time the support it is coming, we could have bought it, we could have sold it at the resistance, whatever levels we would have marked it here, right? And if you see here, now here it has given a breakout, right? And then next month it has given the breakout at 631, and we would have gone long. Okay, so 631 664 is what we would have received. Okay, but if you would have seen, if at all I'm an investor, if I'm buying at this particular level, okay, at 255, I would have got at least this level. Okay, so 577, which is money double. Okay, and my target ideally should have been this, right? And though the stock has not moved for a few months, probably few years, if you see, and if it is kind of resulted into this level, now if at all I'm a long-term investor, I could have booked my profit at this levels, right? because this was my earlier resistance. Okay, and if you would have seen, it has come to this particular level and it has it has kind of taken a resistance at this point. Okay, now so this is what we have analyzed from a long-term monthly charts. Right now, if you see, there is a kind of formation, then it is like in a bullish mode. Okay, and the reversal has happened. Now if you see here, whatever levels we are seeing here, okay, now this one was a consolidation zone somewhere, right? If you see, this one was a consolidation zone. For few months it was sitting at this particular level only, and what it has done, it has, once it has given a breakout from these levels for us. Okay, now this level, if you see, this consolidation zone, it has crossed. Okay, then it has gone to one particular level. Okay, now this particular zone is a uncharted territory, right? When the stock is moving out of its zone, now we know, okay, this particular level, we would have had any breakout above this particular level, we would have had a buying opportunity, right? But when it has moved up to this level, again we are seeing the support and resistances which is getting formed. Okay, the important thing which I wanted to show you, how it how these levels are important. Okay, now look at this month. Okay, when it has actually come to this support zone, okay, this is a zone. Okay, right, this is the small zone which was formed when the consolidation was happening. When the March month selling was happening, it has fallen. But where it has, so somebody is looking at this zones, if at all you would have seen these zones, okay, you would have started buying at these levels, right, instead of selling, right? And then what would have happened is, from here it has taken a support and then it has moved. Okay, but yes, this one is a panic selling and all those things we would say. But look at the next month. Now next month, whenever we had this opportunity, okay, now we had a resistance at this particular level, right? From here the stock has reversed, so this is what would be my resistance zone here, right? And then what we have done, so whenever it has taken a support, okay, any breakout above this particular level would have been my immediate buying opportunity. However, my problem here is, my risk reward is pretty big, right? So my target would have been immediately here, because this is the resistance zone which is earlier tested and it has reversed from this particular level. So my level ideally should have been, buying level should have been above this breakout, right? So once the breakout is done, you could have taken a trade and the low should have been this particular candle. So earlier candle low is what we have taken as SL and we would have taken a trade. Okay, and then if you see, this is where Reliance has gone and stopped. Now this has become a resistance zone for Reliance now. Okay, this is the current scenario. Okay, and if you see, at a current juncture, okay, we had, this particular level, there was no support or resistance. Okay, there was no trade at all for us. Okay, but if you would have seen this candle, whenever the candle, the follow-up candle doesn't break, okay, so basically this was a short side story. So basically it is going down, and then when the next candle, so inside bar candle which has been formed, okay, and it has come to this level, okay, and so these these levels will become my support and resistance right now, right? Now if at all we see any breakout above this level, okay, I will be a buyer or seller. Okay, so immediately above this level I will be buyer or seller, okay, depending on the levels. Okay, anytime it will break this level, immediately I know 1827, if it is breaking, then 1600 is coming straight away, right? So these are my levels for a monthly chart. Now we will just go and see what has happened in a weekly charts. So weekly charts, again, if at all we are not trader in this particular monthly thing, or a cash trader, okay, so in a weekly charts, again we will go and trying to find out what are the levels which we can see, which are the important levels, okay, which will give you another minuscule level somewhere where which we can trade in a regular basis. Okay, now if you would have seen, this level was a resistance, right? anytime breakout above this particular level, I would have taken a trade, right? And what we would have done, we would have, see, anytime the price is coming to this level, I would have been buying, I would have seen a buying opportunity. Here it is not a buying opportunity. Here it would have kind of, it has kind of tested this level and it has come back. Okay, so probably we would have had one SL hit here. Okay, and if you would have seen any breakout above these levels, okay, this particular level it is coming, we would have taken the trade. And if you know, now if you see, when we are going closer on a weekly charts, okay, we have another level which is being found. Okay, basically what we are trying to find out is what are the levels which are important. Okay, now if you would have seen, Reliance came down. Okay, we already had this level somewhere. Okay, and Reliance came down and it has taken a support where exactly at this point, right? And it is now moving up. Okay, and it is, if you look at this particular way, okay, another trend line we will try to form here. Okay, so look at this now. Now this is where we would see either whether it is breaking or breaking out or breaking the low. Now here you see, it is actually on a weekly charts, it has given us a breakout, right? Now this particular level is also important for me because this is the level earlier it has consolidated, and this particular level again it is kind of resisting. Okay, so any time when it is going above this 255 level, okay, 2055 level, we will buy with a target of 2200 with a small stop loss, right? Okay, here it is showing us a breakout, which is Friday candle, which is showing the breakout has happened here. Okay, and that is where we know what are the levels which are important for us, right? Now here if you see, one consolidation zone is somewhere here. Okay, and so we will mark this also on a weekly charts. Okay, now what we are trying to do, now we are going further down. Okay, now we are seeing weekly, monthly, daily charts. Okay, now look at the daily charts. You will find much better levels and the daily charts where we can take the trade. Now we have all the levels which is monthly, weekly, and now we have a daily level where we have come to. Okay, now if we see this particular level, okay, here it had given a breakout. Okay, here it had given us a breakout, however not sustained. That breakout was false and it has come down. Okay, but here if you would have seen this level, we had seen one kind of level where it was a support. Okay, so every time it has come to the level, we have seen the support. Okay, and if you would have seen this level probably at this juncture, okay, we know this was a resistance around 2000. Now 2000, it has gone above that 2000 and sustaining above that 2000. So till 2000 is not broken again, we can stay in a long trade with a target of 2254. Okay, so that is what. Now if you see here, this was a false see, end of the day, anyways we will see some kind of breakdowns and breakups, this thing and all those things, and sometimes false breakouts also will come. Nothing is 100% sure in this stock market. So this is where we have to learn these things. Okay, but here if you see this particular level, so now till the time I am seeing 1980, this is a level. If at all till the time it is not breaking for me, or 2000, if at all I am a conservative trader, I would still continue to stay long, right? Now we are coming back to a zone where we have seen daily charts, right? Now daily charts, when we have seen certain levels, okay, these are important for me. Okay, now I can do my further analysis on this and trying to find out what are the levels which are important. Now you see, we had seen one kind of support and resistance. Okay, and 1 hour chart, we can, if you are normal swing traders for 2 to 3 days and all those things, we know what are the important levels to watch out for. Okay, now you see another trend line which we can get it in the smaller time frame. right, on a 1 hour chart. Okay, now here this is where we will have see, on a weekly chart it is showing me a breakout. Okay, but on a daily chart or hourly chart it is still not showing me a breakout. So daily chart also it is showing me a breakout, but on a 1 hourly chart it is showing me there is another resistance which has been built up here, right? So this is the trend line, and anything above this level, okay, it should be a buying opportunity for me. And if you would have seen, when the stock has come to this level again, it has taken a support. Even if I'm buying at this particular 2029 level, okay, or 2024 level, I would have had a target of 2077, okay, which ideally should next week it should break it, okay, or below. I have supports below this particular level 1987. Again, I can go short on this particular stock, okay. So this is where we will trade on a 1 hour chart, okay, and then you can go back to your smaller time frames and daily time frames, and then you form these kind of trend lines and support and resistance and other things. It will give you awesome results, and this is what I have been following. This is what my uh, you know forte is, and this is where I want to kind of make most of it, because generally what happens, if you are going in a 5 minutes time frame, you would not realize where exactly. See, it will work, okay, the trend lines and all those things, it will work, but the critical levels whatever we have in a longer time frame, we will not realize. Okay, now if you just see here, okay, now this is the level which we had marked on weekly charts. Okay, the stock has come, the Reliance has come down to this level. What has happened after that? It is in a buying series only. Okay, and it has actually gone up. Okay, with this kind of fall on a 5 minute chart, anybody would have seen this charts and would have said, oh fantastic, we have a shorting opportunity. Anything it has to go below this particular level and we will short it. Okay, so the mentality would have been completely different. However, what happened, whenever it comes to that level, definitely the bigger guys, the institutions and other guys, they would always have these levels in their mind. Whenever the stock is coming to this level, they will be definitely trying to buy the levels. Okay, because their stop losses and their levels also will be there. Okay, and they are much more advanced than our analysis. They have lots of systems which are in place. And if you see, in a smaller time frame, we are seeing some kind of resistance, some kind of gap which is here. Okay, every time the stock has come to this level, it has resisted, it has come down. Okay, so we go back and we trying to find out what are the gaps and what are the things which are there for us. Okay, and then we trade according to that. Okay, now this zone, you look at it. Okay, how this zone has been respected. Okay, one or two stop losses would have hit here and there, but you see this zone. Now this zone was formed somewhere else. Okay, now in the smaller time frame, we know, okay, look at this fall. The fall comes, okay, the bigger fall comes. Now if you would have seen in intraday, Reliance is falling like this. Okay, Reliance is straight away fallen like this. You would have always thought, okay, it's a shorting opportunity, but what has happened, somewhere our levels were there, that is where it has reversed, right? So this is where you need to be kind of very careful. And if you see these levels, if you know what are the levels which are there. Okay, now I know the resistance point 2080 crossed, I am a buyer. 2000, it goes here, some price action at this particular thing, the hammer gets formed, the doji gets formed, or whatever it is, it will come back. So this is what we need to learn, guys. Okay, if you see lots of my charts which are similar to these kind of things, formations, which you'll see the support and resistance. Now how to interpret these charts is very simple. Okay, we have all these levels which I'm giving you, all these levels already marked. Okay, I would suggest you also need to do practice on these particular levels, and you need to always look for your own confirmations. However, if I'm sharing a chart with you, you can always, what you can do is you can always go through at that particular level and see whether these levels are getting broken. Anytime these levels are getting broken, on the upside or downside. Okay, and when the stocks are coming, so my suggestion is you always do your chart thing there on your mark these levels on your charts, because what will happen is when the stock is coming to that levels, at least you will have that intimation that okay, the stock is coming to this level and this is what is happening, and let's kind of work out an action plan how to trade this stock, right? So this is what we need to learn. Anytime the stock, now look at here, okay, the support level, it has come to the weekly support level. Okay, now the stock has come to this level, it has tried to break that level. Okay, and what has happened, the next candle, the confirmation candle, if this would have come below this 2015, I would have been in a selling side. Okay, but what has happened, the confirmation candle has not come. So the next candle which is confirming me that there is a reversal point. Okay, so 2022 25 also you would have bought 20 points, you would have aram say received. Okay, probably here if you mark some levels like this, okay, there are the small levels like this where the reversal patterns are happening. Okay, the charts, we will go further into the analysis of how do we interpret the candles and all this. My way of looking at the candles, not the conventional way, but somewhere it will help you to kind of make money. If you think it works for you, you can always have those levels. So you mark these levels on your chart. Just make sure you practice this so that you always have this learning experience somewhere, and then you trade and you see the magic, the kind of levels, it reverses the kind of respect which we'll get for these levels. Okay, it is not so easy. And then you can add another few confirmations like probably RSI divergences and other things in a 1 hour chart generally, and the other chart patterns which are like head and shoulders and triangle patterns and other things. Okay, which will help you to make money in a regular basis. Don't blindly just go with any levels or anything. You see some stock is just rallying. Okay, and now Reliance was actually rallying. Okay, before one day before I had shared the chart. Okay, what has happened, it has gone to this level, somewhere closer to this level, and it has reversed, and where it has stopped, again tested the the support area. So this is what it is, guys. If you think this video is useful for you, it is kind of helping you some or other way, I would be happy to kind of add more things to these videos. Okay, and now I hope you will be able to kind of understand my charts better, because these are the levels which I'm marking on a regular basis. So you might see some unconventional levels which are coming in. That is basically because coming in from monthly levels or kind of weekly levels and all those things. So that is where you would see some kind of other levels also marked. Generally I'm sharing you the recent levels which are there. I'm not sharing the other levels, but look at the support and resistance things here. It will work out pretty good for you, and definitely it will help you to make money, guys. So keep learning. Do like this video, do subscribe to this channel if you want to see more and more videos, and happy weekend, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks.